Hello guys, welcome to the channel. This is Banana Luck here, and today we're gonna be talking about what's happening this weekend. So you can see here that under the events calendar section, so I always take a peek at this every Monday during the reset to see what's gonna happen on the weekends. Whether is it gonna be 2x summons, ancient summons, or is there a 10x event coming up? So this week we have the usual stuff. I mean, you've seen Corridor of Glory and Brave Conquest before. This one comes from Looting Gear and Meteorites. This one, if I'm not wrong, yep, it's promoting heroes and all that. So, what's more important here that I like to notice is this Luneria Shard. So, the last time we had this event, it was for the Epic Northern Lord, I think Isode. So, Luneria, it's a bit different. I think don't get me wrong, Isode is great. But I think Luneria just really props you up if you have a lot of piercers on your team already and you're struggling with GR3. And I'm gonna share exactly now why a piercer lot is very important. So I'm just gonna hit a GR3 here and we'll just look at stage 12 to 18 because 19 to 21 is still a bummer. Can't really clear it, but you can see over here under the maps, right? So normally you have 3 tiles, which is where your usual units will hit. On some units like Maul, there's an extra tile in the middle at the front, so it's like a 5 tile range. You are able to hit the mobs, but if it's like a normal piercer like Silas, that won't be possible. So with a piercer lot, it changes things quite a bit, and I'll just show you guys exactly what I mean. I'll remove Luneria for now, so I have her already from the Ancient Summons. I'm just gonna put Zilitu in here. And I'm just gonna put Setram down. And I'm gonna put Navi down here so that she can generate cost ASAP. And I'm just gonna put... And let's just take a pause here. You can see that Silas is only able to hit the mob here at the front. With a piercer lot, that will be very different because it means that he can hit the units at the back. And if I put him down instead of Navi first, that means that he can actually get more hits in so that when both of them get their first set of ultimates, they can actually bring Zilitu down straight away. So that's what I'm currently doing for my gear rate 3-18 auto run. I'm clearing Zilitu, I think, before she even walks up to the second tile, or maybe shortly after. But I think that's not that important compared to what you're going to see at the sites. So let's just proceed with this run. And I'm just going to put Vortex down here. And this is just going to take a while because I want to maximize. And I'm just going to pop Setram's ulti here. You can see that Silas is not able to hit her at all. You can see that only Setram is able to because Setram just has insane range, especially during his ultimate. I can see that in this run, Setram is only able to hit him, and that's alright. He moves on after a while, and we'll be able to hit her. And I think it's a really bad example to show Nyx and Maul because both of them have really good range. So you can see that they are able to hit the creeps. But just for example, let me just show you if my units had one less tile, which is gonna look like this. You can see that Maul isn't gonna be able to hit any of the units at all. So they are only able to hit in the second phase, which is when the units will move up. And now Maul will start hitting them, which is actually too late by then. So my units are geared pretty well, so they are able to clear the second wave. But with Luneria, you're just able to hit the units even earlier. So now I'll show you a run, an auto run to be exact, with a piercer lot, and you can see what I'm talking about. And we'll just see here, we'll just auto fight. So same thing, I put Setram down as always because he's my MVP. And I'm gonna put Silas down. You can see immediately that, you know, he landed one hit on one of the smaller mobs here. And it's also gonna, you know, be effective that he can hit Zilitu from here on. And you can see even now, you know, before this mobs move out, Zilitu is already under attack. And I re-geared myself a bit recently, so I wasn't able to kill Zilitu from like the first round. But I can see now that, you know, with the PS a lot, Maul, or rather Nyx is able to hit further, and Maul with his insane range is just gonna get started as well. So you can see how big of a difference that makes because Zilitu dies before I even have to worry about the side waves. And that means that if these units actually come through, Silas and Setram can help as well, as you can see here. Because they don't have to worry about Zilitu at all. And one thing that you have to note is that Zilitu summons this Bombardier Warps, and they actually have a taunt effect, which means that Silas and Setram, which are in the middle, they will hit the warps instead of the units that are coming by the side. So it's really important if you're able to get rid of Zilitu as soon as possible, and you need a Piercer lot to be able to make that work. So I'm just going to quit the battle here, and I think that pretty much sums up, you know, why a Piercer lot is important for Gear 8, 3-12 to 18, 13 to 18. And when you move on to the later stages, which is 19 to 21, you can see here that a Piercer lot is still important. And on the right side, I still haven't found a solution. Some people place units at the side here, and with the Piercer lot range, you are able to get your out over on like Maul or like Razak. But Hatsu seems to be the optimal choice because she's invisible, so she'll just kill whatever unit that spawns here. But I think most of us, if you're free to play, you're gonna be around this stage unless you're lucky enough to get Hatsu. So it's very important that you get this Piercer lot when this event comes because it's really gonna help you speed up your progress in Gear 3. And Gear 3 is also where most of the endgame items are, like the Infernal Raw set, as well as the Soulbound Arcana. So this is more for units that have a very low rage cap ulti. And then these standard sets are just, you know, what I'm getting at the moment as well. I think the one that stands out here is probably, where is it? The Doom. So this is excellent for single target units like Zilitu. Arrogance, I'm not so sure, but yeah, just to name one, Zilitu, Silas, Setram, all the single target units, they'll really benefit from this. So if you have a marksman lineup already in place, please do yourself a favor, save your stamina so that when it comes to the weekend events where it starts, you can push through and get as many shots as you can as possible. I know for most free-to-play players, it's almost certain that you're going to be able to get shots without having to fulfill quests like summons, because summons require money and resources, and some of you might not have that resource to be able to get enough shots. But just focus on the events that are gonna get you the Luneria Shards from Gear 8, Awakening Heroes, save all of that. Make sure that you try not to use stamina potions as much because this is really gonna boost you. Because Luneria, on top of that special ability where she grants you the extra tile, she is also giving you your faction allies basic attribute boost. So I think that's the small thing to worry about here, but the attack range is really where it shines. And Luneria is also a great single target marksman because she's one of the only marksmen, if I'm not wrong, to do magic damage. So it comes in really clutch in some situations where the mobs have high physical resistance, but they have low magical resistance. So you don't really need a mage in that case. Maybe a well-geared Luneria can, help you pass through that stage. So, yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. I'm also looking forward to this event, even though I have Luneria already, because that means that I'll be able to awaken her. And yeah, I'll probably be saving up on my resources. And the last time that this event ran, they had this Wizard's Horde, which everyone was wondering about, you know, what this event is gonna do, what do I need to like uh save up on, and I was also doing the same. I saved up on my stamina pots, but it turns out it was just an event where, you know, if you're locked in, they give you some rubies, energies, and all that. So don't have to worry about this. Just save your stamina, you know. Make sure that this weekend you have enough EXP to promote your heroes, and that you also have, you know, enough stamina to participate in the gear raids. So yeah, with that, that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.